Very cool, very cool. Anybody meet somebody interesting? Here's some similar stories, just by show of hands. Hey, when I ask the show of hands, like, make sure that elbow locks. Anybody meet somebody interesting? Cool. Anybody meet anybody who's kind of in a similar situation? Anybody meet somebody new that they might want to connect with? Maybe LinkedIn, maybe follow up, maybe stay in touch with? Okay, awesome. Very cool. Well, I'm excited with you. I'm excited, guys. I want to get really practical very quickly. Kurt mentioned it earlier, but I want to share a little bit of my story just so that you guys can get some background. I'll take you back. It was a Tuesday, June 4th, 2013. It was graduation for me, and I was excited, right? I'm graduating from Princeton. I'm so excited. I'll give you a little bit of background. I grew up as the youngest of 7. My mom raised us. She didn't go to college. So when I was graduating, there was something heavy on me. I was like, this is amazing. In fact, when I graduated, I handed my mom the degree because of the work that she put in for us. And I was so excited about the opportunity to graduate from school. And so I'm graduating, I'm excited, I'm in New Jersey and everything is happening. But the mixed emotion was, while I was excited, there was a little bit of anticipation, anxiety. Because while I was graduating unemployed. And I was like, whoa, what have I been doing with my time? What did I do wrong? Like, I focused up. I did everything that I was supposed to. I'm playing the sports. I'm doing the academics. I'm doing everything right. But yet I'm graduating from a university, and I don't know what my next step is. How many of you, I got a question. I want to check the temperature in the room. If you were in my shoes, you'd be like, oh, my goodness. What's next? So I'm scared, right? I'm like, okay, I don't know what's happening. And I had a friend on the basketball team. Very quickly, he gave me a book. The book was called Never Eat Alone by Keith Ferrazzi. He said, man, you need to read this book and you need to apply these principles to where you are. I'm like, okay. So I start applying the principles, right? It talks about the informational interviews. It talks about making sure that you follow up with other individuals and start to have some clarity about where you want to go. Everybody repeat after me, Wishbone. Remember, I'm an energy guy. Everybody repeat after me, Wishbone. Wishbone. Jawbone. Jawbone. Backbone. Backbone. Everybody repeat after me, Wishbone. Wishbone. Jawbone. Jawbone. Backbone. Backbone. Everybody repeat after me, Wishbone. Wishbone. Jawbone. Jawbone. Backbone. Backbone. Everybody repeat, Wishbone. Wishbone. State what you want with clarity. It said wherever you're going, you have to have a direction and a clarity with where you want to go. I said, I got it. I want to work in finance, so I started to find out JP Morgan, Wells Fargo. I found these companies that I wanted to find out and learn more about. I said, got it, clarity. I just got to know which direction I'm going. Wishbone. Everybody say jawbone. Jawbone. Everybody say jawbone. Jawbone. Jawbone means to communicate with competency and humility. What that meant was I had to get an understanding when I was reaching out and connecting with other individuals. Was I doing the research beforehand so that I was prepared for those conversations? You following me? If you're following me, give me a head nod, someone with me. So the first step was the wishbone. Have clarity with what you want. The second step was the jawbone. Begin to communicate with clarity and conviction and humility as I go. And the last bone, everybody repeat after me, backbone. 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 Backbone just simply meant that you are going to have failures while you network. There's going to be times where you reach out to people and things are going to happen and they're going to fall through. And for many of us, that's demoralizing. I'm going to ask someone, has anybody ever been in a situation where you reached out for a mentee, you reached out for an informational interview, you reached out to connect with a KSU alum, you reached out for something, and for whatever reason it dropped through, and you're like, man, I'm tired of reaching out to people. They don't listen to me, and I don't feel like doing this anymore. Can I get honest? I'm going to look around, like the elbow lock. I want to connect with somebody. Has anybody reached out and been like, hey, like, it's kind of intimidating when someone doesn't reach back out or I don't get the information. Can I see by a show of hands? If it's just me, then I'll just be by myself, but I want to look around. Everybody look around the room very quickly. Got it. So I'm like, got it. So when I have clarity And then when I have direction, and then when I have persistence, I can literally get where I'm trying to go. And I'll give you the long story short. It took me 6 months, but I landed the job with J.P. Morgan. Took me 6 months, but I landed the job with the NCAA. Took me 6 months, but I landed the internship with Princeton University. And all of you are looking for internships and jobs and things of that nature. I got so excited that I went back to Princeton University. I created a program called Profound Ivy. We sat in a room just like this. And what we did was we put a schedule together. And I wanted to share what I learned. I said, yo, now I know how to get the job offer. Now I know how to land the internship. And what we first do, everybody write this down. This is your first note, if you're ready. What I learned was anything that is important to you is on your schedule. It's on your calendar. If it's not important to you, it's not on your calendar. The first thing that I want to share with you all right now is the moment that I started to realize that if I can have a networking strategy, whether it's every week or every 2 weeks, I put an hour aside to say, in this hour, I'm either sending emails, attending an event, or following up. In this hour, I'm either doing what? Sending emails, attending an event, or following up. I'm going to give you guys simple things, but these simple things turn into absolute execution and results, right? So I'm trying to help you step by step. One of the things that I learned in my journey so far that common sense is often not common practice. So we know what to do. We have the tools. You're like, man, I've heard this before. I know networking. I know the strategy. I got it. But then when I travel, when I see students and I really study and I'm saying, what is preventing students from doing exactly what they know to do when they know to do it? And I'm like, gosh, got it. Common sense is not common practice. So you have to repeat things in order for someone to say, this is my time to do this. If you're with me, say yeah. Yeah. If you're with me, say, oh yeah. Oh, I need some connection. I need to know if I'm connecting or not. If you're with me, say yeah. If you're with me, say, oh yeah. Okay, so you guys are taking notes. The first thing that I want you to write down, you already wrote something down. The first thing I want you to write down right now, I want you to write down what your intention is. Very clearly. I know it's like, whether it's at the end of the year or it's at the end of your time at Kansas State University. We're going to get really practical and we're going to reverse engineer this thing. If I waved a magic wand and you were at the perfect job, the perfect opportunity, the dream company you want to start, the dream internship you want to have, the dream job, what is it? And write that down. And once you write it down, you let me know. I'm going to see with eyes. Maybe give me a hand that you wrote it down.